Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet once again. My name is Jason and today we're playing some more Elder Scrolls Arena. Last time we got some really fancy hammer which we brought to the palace. The king was able to give us the location of Dagoth-Ur, where we are going to find the last piece of the Staff of Chaos. And that's exciting because I have this new fascination with the word exciting. So rather than standing around, in Ebonheart looking at the fog, let's go ahead and jump on into Dagoth-Ur. Let's see what this place looks like. And yes, I am excited. Yes, really scary laugh. Anyways, Dagoth-Ur, the sacred... That T is going beyond the border. I'm sorry, I just noticed that right here, the T, it extends beyond the text box. Sorry, anyways. The sacred entrance of the Dwarven Smiths into the Fire Mountain Dagoth-Ur stands before you. Magical runes glow in the red firelight, shimmering with heat. Sulphurous gouts of steam escape from vents within the rock face of the opening. The final piece of the Staff of Chaos beckons. Like there's a path leading right to it. There's a bridge, it goes down to a path, to a great big door. How hard was it to find Dagoth-Ur, really? Oh, I'm just being a pain. Alright, I haven't seen it, but let's go ahead and save this as Alexis Dungyun. I guess we can leave the number. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting something a little bit different. I was expecting, a little bit more, maybe lava, or, just something else. You enter the Fire Mountain Dagoth-Ur. Around you, the air shimmers with heat. Even the stone floor is warm to the touch. Alright, so we're probably gonna have some lava, but as of right now, we don't. It's just a very warm underground place. And I love the way ghosts appear in the dark, where you can't even really see their bodies because, the darkness sort of covers them, but you still have those red eyes that just sort of pierce through the darkness. That is just so cool. Alright, let's see so far what this dungeon looks like. Whoa! Alright, so it appears that so far we can tell that ghosts are going to be a major feature of this dungeon. Which I suppose makes sense. I thought about that, I was like, wait a second. There were... Yeah, it's an old dwarven ruin, right? So there would be lots of there would be actual ghosts. Because I actually forgot about that. That in Morrowind you actually have the dwarven ghosts, the Dwemer ghosts. And if you're not familiar with Elder Scrolls lore, dwarves are not the same kind of dwarves you see in, we'll say, other fantasy settings such as like Lord of the Rings and such. In the Elder Scrolls, dwarves, it's actually more of a term. Oh crap, I'm stuck against this ghost. It's more of a term for spit it out, Jason. Come on, spit it out. For the Dwemer. For the Dwemer. There we go. I can't actually even remember if they're ever referred to as dwarves, but I don't think they are. Well, maybe they are. Yeah, it's dwarven. Yeah, so you have dwarven stuff. So yeah, it's the official term is Dwemer, because basically you have man, and then you have the mer, and mer is not like a merman or a mermaid. It refers to elven kind. I think it's if I recall correctly, it's actually their own word for themselves. So that's why you have, like, for instance, the wood elves. The passages within this volcano are covered in soot and the smell of sulfur lingers everywhere. Well, I'm obviously on the right path because I got some sort of text, right? I'm gonna stick by that. But yeah, so like wood elves are Bosmer. And it's basically that's their way of saying it. Like for the human races, we use the term elves. And from what I understand, and I could be wrong, as with anything, if you know the correct answer, if I am incorrect, please correct me. But as far as I'm aware, that's basically the human word for the elves is elves, and the elves are the mer. So you have the Alt-mer, the Dun-mer, you know, the Bosmer, Falmer. I think that's what. Are they in Skyrim? Yeah, and then you have Dwemer, and then Dwemer. You know what I'm trying to say. There we go. And you know, all other sorts of mer, of different elves. So there's that. So yeah, when we say dwarven or dwemer, or stuff like that, or dwarves, we are not referring to little short guys with beards. No. We are referring to a sort of a subclass or a different type of elf. Oh, back off. So we've got a lot of iron golems and ghosts. Now, I actually like this. This is interesting to me because I've stated before, I've spent a lot more time playing Morrowind than I have any other Elder Scrolls game. I've read that already before as well. So, I haven't really been able to go to a location in Arena that I've really been to in another Elder Scrolls game. And I find it interesting that the enemy composition in Dagoth-Ur, which is, you know, supposed to be this Dwemer Dwemer dungeon, is populated primarily by ghosts and iron golems, which are kind of robotic. And when you go into Morrowind and you go into a lot of the dungeons and ruins, a lot of the... that looks interesting. A lot of the, you know, the ruins, a lot of the dungeons in there are primarily inhabited by ghosts and mechanical constructs. So I just think that is very, very neat that you kind of have that parallel. We're gonna say this as working. You know, that kind of crosses over that from Arena even all the way to Morrowind. You kind of have that same kind of enemy composition. Like, there's obviously some difference. This is not exactly the same thing. Like, we don't have stone golems. Actually, I don't even think there's any golems in Morrowind. What do you think about that? No, I don't think golems are even I'm excited. Excuse me. Yes, I said the word again. Yep, so we're over... what is that, 10 million? Wow, all right. I don't know how much we need for the next level. I'll have to calculate that out for next time, or maybe put it up on the screen. No, I'll calculate it out for next time. Editing's a pain. Alright, so let's see. What do we want to put points into? We can put points into strength, and actually get a +4 to damage. Actually, I wonder if that would also increase how much we can carry. We could also increase our speed, which, from what I understand, will just basically be a straight-up make us run faster thing. That might be good because it's everything else is at 60 at least, and you know, this would help us move a little bit quicker. But do we really need to move quicker, or do we need more loot? And you know, there's a good possibility that this will be the last level up that I go through before reaching the end of the game. It's quite possible. Let me see if I did a quick guess. We jumped up from, what was it? 3 million, 4 million, 7 million, 10 million. I'm guessing we're gonna need another 3 to 4. I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe 4 to 5 million for the next level up. So I'm guessing at about 15 million, that's when we'll level up again. I'm not so sure we'll reach that. So, you know, I'm gonna go ahead with strength. Why? Because it increases fatigue, it'll give me an extra point of damage, and increases my carrying weight. But the speed, that would be nice too. Okay, no, you know what? We're gonna stick with strength. It's increasing 3 things for me right now. Next time, we'll bring up speed. There we go. I'll make you a promise. There we go. Next time, we increase speed. And I had my... oh, you know what? Let me take a look at my hit. What's my health at? Okay. Health is +2. I can't tell if the saber actually helped my health increase. I'll have to do that off camera as well. Alright, so awesome. We've leveled up, and we are you know what? There's something about this dungeon that I like. There's like a structure to it. It doesn't feel as chaotic as some of the previous ones we've been through. So, so far I'm liking that. But watch, you know, it's going to make me eat my words. It's going to be like, yes, that's right. I'm drawing you and allow you to establish sort of a false sense of security, and then when you least expect it, pow! It'll hit me with like all kinds of mazes, and I'll have to swim through lava, and it'll be terrible. There'll be children crying, and just it will not be a pretty sight. Teddy bears laying on the floor. I love that, like how in movies and stuff they always it's one of the most poignant. I hate knowing how to spell words and use them in written, but then when it comes to actually speaking, you're like, wait a second, I've never actually said this word out loud before. I don't know how to pronounce it. Poignant, it's one of the most impactful things you can get in films. For some reason, whenever I'm watching something, and let's say like a kid drops a teddy bear during chaos, I get so emotional. I'm like, oh, that's so sad. Am I some kind of weirdo? No. Can I be emotional about seemingly small things? Yes, I can. But yeah. I wonder why that is. I think it's because of what's implied, that there's sadness to a child, that a child is in distress and is painful for them. And you know, most people, I say most people with a heart because, you know, it's quite possible that just because of your outlook on life or what you've been through, that it might not even impact you the same way, and you could still be a perfectly empathetic and caring person. But for us people who tend to be very, say, emotional to such things, you know, just the thought of a kid. Well, actually, I'd say, yeah. I'm trying not to offend people. And I'm not even saying anything that could really be offensive, but I know out there's probably someone who could. Anyways, I'm just gonna I'm gonna get through my thought so we can get back to the game. Whenever there's a kid involved and a kid is sad, most people, at least I'm assuming, tend to empathize with and want to help the kid. Because, you know, they're kids. And kids. Yes. We're gonna drop that now. We're gonna keep going through this dungeon. So far, well, this room here has kind of thrown away my whole, oh, this is a very nice structured dungeon and I like it sort of thing, because right now I'm like, oh, I hate jumping, because the jumping in this game is terrible. Actually, that's another thing. I believe, does speed or agility affect your jumping distance? I think it actually might have something to do with speed, because let me think about this. When I was looking up details for the acrobat in Arena, yeah, one of the main attributes it used was speed, but then again, agility as well. So, okay, I've already read that before, which tells me that my that my initial assumption that I was on the right path just because the message had come up is actually incorrect, because the message has been coming up all over the place. So I think it's just, they're just sort of randomly spread around the... Your leather pauldron left is broken? Are you serious? Alright guys, we discovered something else today. We found out... Let me save the game here. Let me save the game. That even if you have a shield enabled that will absorb damage, your armor still takes... damage. What condition is my armor in? Okay, that's broken. That's worn. Slightly used. Almost new. Almost new. Used. Worn. So I'm gonna need to replace some of my stuff here. Wow! I was not expecting that. I'm gonna use the word again, excited, because I just learned something new. That's great, okay. I'm gonna turn on the light. I wanted to go through the dungeon a little bit without the light on, just to kind of get that feel, and at this point, I'm like, okay, I've got the feel down. Let's just go through this. Get away! Stop breaking my armor! Oh crap! I'm stuck in a corner. In case of emergency, use Nukem Dukem Robot because I don't need to use up that many spell points. What the crap? He just runs right up to. No! Get back off! Get lost! I don't like that! Those dark ghosts are starting to corner me! It's scaring me. Ghosts scare me. I don't like ghosts. Oh, okay. Yeah, hellhounds are much better. Okay, well that is intriguing. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about armor condition because, you know, for the most part, you know, I'm not taking melee damage. Actually, I'm not taking damage, period. And the only times I'm being hit are by spells. Actually, I wonder, do spells degrade armor at all? That's another experiment. Okay, I'm gonna start writing these down. I'm already forgetting some things. Or I'll just rewatch my video and see what things I said I should be experimenting about. So, another experiment I want to do is maybe put a really, really powerful shield on myself. And then just sit in front of a spellcaster and let him go nuts. Because I want to know if armor can get damaged by spells, or if it's just, you know, physical, like melee attacks. Yeah, for that matter, I need to find someone, maybe a bandit or something that would use bow and arrows on me, because I want to be able to test if arrows are... Oh, you want me to go down in the hole? Fine, we'll do that. So yeah, I need to find someone who can do bow and arrow and just sit there and absorb the damage with the shield. That way there, I can test... What the crap? No? This way, maybe. Let's go this way. Okay, yeah, we'll climb up here and then move east, right? So we need to test, basically see what actually damages armor. Because I've been getting hit a lot by magic, and with as much as I'm being hit by magic and as much as is being absorbed, I'm going to go ahead, and this is going to be my hypothesis. My hypothesis is anything that does actual damage, that damage needs to be calculated, will do damage to armor. What's happening with the spells is Absorbo is actually nullifying the damage and just sort of channeling it directly into my spell point pool. So my hypothesis is that ranged arrows and striking, you know, in melee, because it actually does damage to my shield, and I'm actually taking damage, that those kinds of attacks solely are going to be the thing that, we'll say, degrade my armor. And yeah, so I'll have to test that. I'm curious about that. There's a few things I'm curious about. Well, obviously you know there's a few things because I've been talking about them. Hey guys, going. I want to hit level 21. I'm kind of hoping I can do it. You know, before I beat the game, I'd like to be like level 21. At least 21. 22 would be cool too. I'm not so sure I'd be able to pull that off, but 21 I think is fairly reasonable. How about you? Get your votes in. What level do you think Alexis will be when we beat the game? Will it be 21? Will it be 22? Or will I basically get into this horrible, horrible section where I'm killing so many things that I'm like level 50 by the end? You decide. Well, not really decide, but you guess. And then we'll find out when we beat the game. Alright, I've been running through this for a little while. And another iron golem. I'm looking for a left pauldron. Does anyone have one? We've been running through this for a little while, and I do have some things I need to attend to, so we're gonna go ahead and end things here. And, you know, next time we are gonna continue making our way through Dagoth-Ur to the final piece of the Staff of Chaos. But until that time comes, until that glorious time, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask you all to game on.